What's up, gang? This is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo, and in this session we're going to be talking about producing high quality motivated seller leads for just 1 penny per lead. Let me say this one more time, guys. I'm going to show you how you can produce high quality motivated sellers, not trash, but high quality motivated sellers leads for a penny, 1 cent, guys. Now, most of you that have been following me, you know that there's 3 stepping stones in real estate investing, and most gurus and REI clubs make it very complicated, and it is a complicated business. But what I'm going to do is I've narrowed it down to 3 ideas. Okay, the first stepping stone is lead generation, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Okay, the second stepping stone is conversion. And the third stepping stone is your exit strategy. Okay? Now, today I'm going to pull the curtains back and reveal to you, here's what I got. Okay? I'm going to show you how to produce high quality leads for just 1 penny. Here's what it's going to do for you if you follow my secret recipe, per se. It's going to give you constant deals over and over. I know for some of the pros out there, they know how to do deals, but they're not getting deals constantly, and I'm gonna solve that problem for you. And some of the newbies, as I said, the stepping stone number 1 is lead generation. So to generate significant amount of leads is the bloodline for your body. Without the blood, without the oxygen being delivered, you're dead meat. Same thing with real estate investing. Okay. Let me get a little bit of tea, and then we'll get started. Now, here's why you should listen to me. I just called Sprint to talk to my cell phone company, and the first level of support was virtual assistance. Okay? Now, if you call many other Fortune 500 companies, you'll notice that the first people you talk to are highly educated, well-spoken, what I call VAs, virtual assistants. Now, why are these big companies using VAs in the Philippines, in India, in Pakistan? It doesn't matter if it's sales or follow-up or support, IT support. Why do you think these guys are using it? Because they're making maximum profit. So let's dive in and see, here's how it works for your business. The very first thing you have to do is understand that the US dollar has a lot of power because we're the petrodollar around the world. We're the world currency. So the very first thing you have to do is take your currency and exchange it in a third world country because it magnifies your buying power. So for example, if you take $1 of America and go to India, you'll get like 48 to 55 rupees. It fluctuates. So as you can see, you're magnifying your money. Okay? So the very first thing you have to do is take your US currency and exchange it in other currency in third world countries like Philippines, like India, like China, like Pakistan. Okay? Now, what that's going to do for you, what that's going to do is going to buy you a highly educated college student that has a lot of experience, and they're willing to work for you. Listen to this: $120 a month. Again, let me say that again. They're going to work for you to do full-time work, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, for $120 a month.
And let's fix your chain because there's a noise in the background.
There's noise in the background?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, why is that important? Because if you take your currency and exchange it to a third world country, it gives you a lot of buying power, and you can hire the cream of the cream from other countries to do all the heavy lifting for you, to do all the prospecting for you, which allows you to free up your time to constantly do deals. Okay? Now, to get that 1 cent lead, you're not going to be able to do that with mass mailing. You're not going to be able to do that with Facebook retargeting. You're not going to be able to do that with pay-per-click. You're not going to be able to do that with these kind of traditional, even though they're on the cutting edge, ideas, because as you know, human beings, if they're trained correctly, are a lot smarter than, for example, pay-per-click. And if you hire the correct VA and you train them correctly, they're like having an extra right hand and an extra left hand, guys, okay? Now, what can you use these VAs for and to help you grow your business? The very first thing I recommend to my students, because it's your first stepping stone, is to use these VAs for prospecting. So let me go through a couple of 5 or 6 ideas that you can use in prospecting. Number 1, you can hire some lady in India or some guy in the Philippines, and you can have them prospect what I call new cold calling, or you can use old cold calling strategies. Now, anyone can tell you cold calling generates business, but the problem is most of us don't want to get the rejection. We don't want to get punched in the face, right? We don't want people to tell us no. So many of us don't do it. The other problem is that cold calling is very, very profitable, but it takes a lot of work. You have to sit there 8 hours a day, get to rejection after rejection, you gotta make cold call, and most of our egos, we don't wanna do that, okay? Even though we know there's a benefit, just like going to the gym. We know if you go to the gym 5 days a week, we're gonna be healthier, we're gonna have lower cholesterol, we're gonna have less body fat, we're gonna have higher energy, but most of us don't wanna do that. We want that magic pill. So with the VAs, you could have the magic pill. You could have them do all the digging, okay? And you can just sit and relax, or you can spend time with your family, or you can spend time on what you do best. If you're a closer, then you do the closing. If you're good at rehabbing, then you do rehabbing. Whatever you do best, okay? Excuse me. If you guys have any questions, just ask, and I'll be happy to answer those questions for you guys.
Ask them if the sound quality is better.
Let me know if the sound quality is better if on Facebook or on YouTube. If you guys have any trouble, just let me know, okay? Now, so the very first thing you should have a VA do is to do your cold calling for you, okay? The second thing that I highly recommend is to have your VAs do mobile marketing. Now, all of us today, it doesn't matter if we're in India, Pakistan, or in America, we all have a smartphone now. Apple or Android, doesn't matter, we all have it. And the next time you go to the restaurant, or if you go to Starbucks, or you go to a family gathering, notice what's happening. Everyone's on their phone like this. It doesn't matter if it's family dinner, it doesn't matter if it's Thanksgiving, everyone's on their phone like this. So what does that mean? Everyone has a phone, and you can market to them for almost for free, okay? Now, many of you guys think, well, mobile marketing doesn't work. Well, I got a listing that was multi-million-dollar mansion in Uptown Dallas just for mobile marketing, and I made over $20,000 off of it, which I did a video about in my VA book, okay? So mobile marketing works. 95% of people that you do mobile marketing actually look at your ad. Compare that to direct mail marketing, you're looking at about 1.5 to 3% people looking at it. So think about it. Direct mail costs thousands of dollars, takes a lot of work, you're polluting the environment, and your opening rate or looking at rate is 1 to 3%. And that's if you have the best copywriter, you know what you're doing. If you're just an average Joe, kiss that money away. Mobile marketing, 95% of people will open your ad. And what did it cost you? $120 a month for a VA to do it. Now you can do it yourself, but again, if you hire a VA to do the cold calling, you have another VA to do the mobile marketing, you're going to be flooded with leads. And these leads are going to cost you right around 1 penny, because if you were doing it and you paid yourself 19 bucks an hour and you worked 8 hours a day and you produce X many leads, you could do the math and see what it costs. Now you can have somebody work for you for 75 cents an hour. 75. If you divide the 120 into 4 and then divide them working 5 days for you in 8 hours, it comes about 75 cents an hour. Okay? So try to imagine what I just said. So you can do cold calling, you can do mobile marketing. Now, something that most people forget is that you can use virtual assistants to do email marketing. Now, email marketing is almost free, guys. I mean, it's no brainer. Now, some of you guys say, well, I don't have a list. Well, I don't know who to send the market to. Okay? And that's what brings me to my next point. You can use these VAs, what I call data mining. Now, there's many different types of data mining, like Facebook tracking system, all the way down to where you hire virtual assistants and you have them go to a specific site, like Fizzballs.com, or you go to Craigslist, and you have them extract data, okay? And these data are people that are actually motivated, that want to sell their home or that are trying to rent their home. Now, if you, for example, do door hangers and you blanket an area, okay? Let's say Addison, or let's say Denver, or let's say Las Vegas North, or Las Vegas South, or Henderson, doesn't matter. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars, and you're hitting up people that probably are not in the market of selling their home at a deep discount, or not even in the market of selling their home. Now, you can see, one is the shotgun, you're just shotgunning everybody, and the other one's the sniper rifle. You're just zooming in like a laser and pointing people that are actually in the market of selling their home, okay? So, coming back to the story of how to produce highly motivated leads is by, one and only, using virtual assistants, by changing your dollar into third world countries to magnify your money, okay? Then you have these VAs do your prospecting for you. All the stuff that's like hurts your ego, you let them do. All the stuff you don't want to do, you let them do it for 75 cents an hour, guys. You can't beat that, okay? Here's what I want you to do next. I want you to click on the link below, and here's why I want you to do it. I am giving you my virtual assistant book at extremely deep discount, almost 70% off, guys. Retails for $1,500. I'm gonna let you download it for only 7 days for $4.97, guys. Okay. In this book, there's two books. There's the books on how to hire VAs. Okay, because it's very, very important. I know many of you guys have tried hiring VAs and you paid them a couple of months and they didn't produce any work for you because you haven't followed my system. I've been using VA since 1999, 2001, 2002, when I was doing programming with MySQL and PHP, making custom softwares, okay? So I know what it takes to go through the VAs and hire the cream of the cream. The second part of the book talks about how to filter out the VA so you can get the cream of the cream. Because here's the thing, if you just hire an average Joe in America that's not motivated, you're gonna lose your money. Okay, why does Apple succeed? Why does Google succeed? Because they find the best of the best, okay? Now, not only they look for people in America, but they also bring people from India. They bring people from Pakistan here, okay? Because they want the best of the best. Same thing with Tesla. And so the second part of my VA book talks about how to filter out these VAs so you get the cream of the cream, the 3%ers, the 5%ers, the people that are willing to work for free for you, the people that they're going to put their actions behind their words, okay? Because if you ever try to hire a VA or if you ever try to hire an employee, you know that they all tell you, I'm the greatest, I'm this. And what happens is you hire them, you spend a lot of time training them, you pay them, and 3 weeks later they quit. 2 months later, you fire them. And so that's all waste of time and energy. And so take my 20 years of experience hiring VAs, okay? And I made it in 2 books. This is over 7-8 hours of advanced training that you're not going to see anyone else do it. And the reason is because most people that have VAs or do training on VAs, they may have 1, 2, or 3. At any specific time at my moving company, I would have 24 to 27 VAs working for me. On top of that, I would have my local workers at the office. So not only do I know how to hire a VA, but I know how to have an army of VAs working for me, and I'll give it to you all in my book for right now for $4.97, guys. Now, here's why it's safe and smart for you to get this VA Exponential book. Number 1 is top reviews. You can go on to the website, the link I've given you, and read all the reviews that people have given out, okay? Number 2, okay, it's 100% money back guarantee. Now, you heard me right, but it's not just a money back guarantee like 30 days or 45 days. I guarantee my work for 1 year. So for 365 days, if you download this book and you're not happy with it, just reach out to me and I'll give you your money back, no question asked. I believe in my stuff so much that I'm willing to take all the risk on my back, guys, so you have nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, you get my advanced 20-year training for free. Base case scenario, you take my information and you double or triple or quadruple your business because this stuff works. I'm the alchemist. I can do any business with no money. And this is a great example where you can spend 120 bucks and at least net out, depends what kind of deal it is. The deal on my website, $20,000 just hiring a VA for 120 bucks, then doing mobile marketing. And I go into details on how you can do that for your business, guys. And now, let me give you this bonus. For the first 19 champs that download the VA book, I am going to give you my Seller Ninja phone script, which is so crucial because what happens is once these VAs start producing all these massive leads, what you want to do is you want to start filtering them down to only talk to the cream of the cream. Because in the business of dealing with motivated sellers, or in the business of real estate investing, or even if you're a realtor, if you don't know, you better know now, that you don't want to spend your time dealing with every Joe and Bob. You only want to deal with motivated sellers. Just like I show you in my book, How to Hire Only Motivated VAs, once you get these highly motivated VAs, then what you want to do is you want to use them to use my seller phone script because there's going to be so much leads coming in. You want them to filter out, and so you're only talking to the 5-10% that are highly motivated, that are willing to sell you the home at 60 cents on a dollar, are willing to sell you the home at owner financing, where they're willing to sell your home without pulling up your credit, without you having to put a big down payment, or go to a stinky bank, guys. Okay? You're not going to get that with the average person. So that's why I'm going to give you, for the first 19 champs, my Ninja Seller phone script, because it's so much more than a phone script, guys. It gauges the seller's motivation. It has specific questions that if you ask word by word, okay, especially on the last page, the last 3 questions, it'll tell you if the seller's willing to do owner financing. If they say yes or maybe to those questions, guys, it's a done deal. It's a subject to. It's owner financing. It's a creative financing where you don't have to get a loan, where you don't have to go to a bank, you don't have to use your credit, and you're able to buy these houses, guys. I know it is so unbelievable because when I first came up to this idea, I didn't believe it myself, so I took action and got a couple of deals in the last crash, 2007. Not a couple, a bunch of deals, and I helped many other students do the same thing, guys. So now, let me put it out here. This sell is only for 7 days, okay? Once it's over, it's going to go back to 1,500 bucks. I've sold them a lot for 1,500 bucks. The book has great reviews. It's a 7-8 hours advanced training. I give you the contracts that I use with the VAs. I go into it deep, guys. It's so deep, just read the reviews, okay? And the other thing is, I'm only going to give out the seller phone script to the first 19 champs, okay, that are able to pull on the trigger and chase their dreams, okay? Now, let's do a recap. In this VA Exponential book, I teach you and I hold your hand and watch over your shoulder, tell you exactly what to do from A to Z to find motivated sellers, but not just any motivated sellers, highly motivated, highly qualified motivated sellers to sell your home at a deep discount or under financing, and the leads are going to cost you about 1 cent. You're not going to find it anywhere else, guys. You're not going to find out with direct mail. You're not going to find out with door hangers. You're not going to find out with bandit signs. You're not going to be able to do that with a car wrap. You're not going to be able to do that with all these other things. But this V8 is 100% proven, okay? And just read the reviews, okay? On top of that, this flash sale is only for 7 days. Retail, I sell this book at 1,500 bucks. In these 7 days, if you want to take your business to the next level, I would highly recommend downloading the book for $4.97. And the first 19 people that get the book, I'm going to throw in my Ninja Seller phone script, which costs 325 bucks, and I've had hundreds, if not thousands, of people download that and give me tons of reviews. My Seller phone script is something that I use, my VAs use, my students use, anyone that does my coaching program uses. All they do is they fill out the Seller phone script and they send it to me, and I help them do a deal. So if you bought my mother course, you get the free coaching, and I'm going to give you the Seller phone script. So when you go out there, hire a VA, and they start generating leads for $1 or less than less than a penny, you use my Seller phone script to filter them out, and then you just text it to my office line at that 702 number, okay? And me and my team will coach you, hold your hand, totally for free if you bought the mother course, and help you hash the deal. If you haven't bought the mother course, don't worry. You have my VA book. You have all my blogs, I show you how to do deals, and on top of that, you're gonna have my seller phone script, which is basically self-explanatory. I also have a great video that talks about how to talk to a seller, how to gauge the seller, what you should do when you go over to the seller's home, all in that seller phone script, guys. To wrap it all up, the first stepping stone to your success is lead generation. It doesn't matter if you have a great website, it doesn't matter if you have great logos, you have your corporation set up. You can set up all these things, and if you cannot generate leads, okay, or if you're generating leads for $100 a lead, or or you're paying so much money per lead and not converting, you're gonna go bankrupt. If you want to live in this business, the very first thing is lead generation. Any questions? Perfect, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't take no for answer. And remember, 7 days to the VA Exponential expires. See you later, gang.